Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the World Stage 1988 final results. We will start with Liv, who will put Poland into the lead with her partial votes. Now it's Singapore with an 8. With 10 points, it's Sweden. And Brazil gets the first 12 of the night. The first out of 64 12s. There are so many points to distribute. Ivanik will vote next, and Brazil getting 6 more points. Now, with an 8 is Sweden, tied with Brazil now. Poland with a 10. And the second 12 goes to Hungary. By the way, there are 3,712 points to distribute tonight. So the scores will be interesting. Now, Nebuyosta will give 7 to Brazil, 8 to Spain, 10 to Ireland, their first points, and the 12 points will go to Bolivia. So, yeah, these are the votes. Now, the votes from Victor. I will not be bothering to pronounce these diacritics because you can go you can just go. He will give 8 points to Indonesia and the 10 points to Sweden, which is now in the lead, and the 12 points to West Germany, putting it third. Sweden is just a little bit in the lead, but it doesn't matter right now. Jimis will also vote, giving 6 to Sweden, 1 point to China, taking it off 0 points, 8 to Bolivia, 10 to Finland, taking it off 0 as well, and the 12 points to West Germany, which puts it 1 point behind Sweden. Now, it's time for the vote from Krishna, who doesn't ask about Poland. Well, we will see if that will change by the end of the voting. Her 6 points put West Germany in the lead, 8 points go to India, 10 to Argentina, and the 12 will go to Latvia. Very un-Krishna-esque 12. I would have never guessed it if I didn't know. Now, Vierburst de Jubileburst is voting as well. 6 more points for West Germany, 8 for Argentina, 10 points for Bolivia, and her 12 will go to Spain. Now, here are the votes from Joshua. Italy, with 7 more points, moves tied for the top of the right side. Singapore, with an 8, moves to the left side. Japan, with a 10, is now off 0 points. Everyone is off the 0 mark now. And Ireland getting the 12. And now it's the votes from Famicom Guy, giving 2 to China, 4 to Northern Ireland, which propels Northern Ireland quite high, 7 to Hungary, 8 to West Germany, 10 to Poland, putting it fourth, and 12 points to Sweden. Jere will vote now, giving 7 more to Northern Ireland, 8 to Finland, 10 to Sweden, putting it 1 point above West Germany. But obviously West Germany cannot get points right now because Jere is voting. And Poland getting the 12. GMG will vote now. 8 points will go to Bolivia. 10 points will go to West Germany, putting it back in the lead. And the 12 will go to Latvia. Boggers. And Groot will give 3 more points to Russia. Interesting. 6 to Argentina. 8 to Northern Ireland, putting it on the left side above Ireland. 10 to Bolivia. And the 12 to West Germany. Now, Morrow. Morrow will give 7 to Spain, 8 to Latvia, 10 to Argentina, and 12 points to Luxembourg. Interesting. 12. Andro giving 5 to China, pulling it away from last place. 8 to Luxembourg, 10 points to Finland. And now the 12 points will go to Northern Ireland. Yes, Moro, you are absolutely correct with your statement. Matsu will vote, giving 7 more to Spain, 8 to Italy, and 10 to Singapore, and the 12 points will go to China. It's very funny with like the combination of the flag. Asterios giving 5 to Russia, 7 to West Germany, by the way, 8 to Indonesia, 10 to Portugal, and the 12 points to Japan. And with 2 points to Uzbekistan, it's now in the double digits. Azza will give 7 to Malaysia, pulling it away from last. Now Uzbekistan is last. 8 to Singapore, putting it tied for third place. 10 points to China. And the 12 to Italy. Go Singapore. Yes. Jakob from Liechtenstein, giving 7 to Austria and 4 more points to Sweden. 8 to Finland, 10 to Bolivia, and the 12 points to Japan. Again, it's interesting that Joshua and Jakob gave Japan. No, Joshua did not give 12 points, he gave it 10 points. Anyway, Mick Egg, 8 points to West Germany, 10 points to Sweden, 12 points to Russia, which was way lower than I expected it to be. Anyway, jury number 20, Packer, P, giving 5 more to West Germany. Now it's in the triple digits, and it's really like been pulling away from Sweden and Bolivia. 8 to Brazil, 10 to Portugal, and 12 points to Russia again. Russia is now on the left side. Harry from Luxembourg will give 5 to West Germany, 3 to Sweden, 7 to Poland, 8 to Malaysia, 10 points to Italy. Italy is getting a lot of high points, and 12 to Bangladesh. David from Malta gives 7 more points to West Germany. 8 to Bolivia. See, Moro, not every mod is against you. 10 to Uzbekistan. And 12 points to Poland, putting it fourth. Pasi. That is Zuna's dad, I believe. 8 to Northern Ireland. 10 to regular Ireland, and 12 points to West Germany, which is over 40 points ahead of Sweden now. UDP. Let's see the votes from UDP. 7 points go to China, 8 to Indonesia, 10 points to Malaysia, and the 12 points will go to Hungary. Kelso, please. That was not my mic. That was someone else's mic. Someone's mic was turned on for a little bit. Rodu, giving just 1 point to West Germany. 8 to Singapore, though. 10 to Honduras. And the 12 to Spain. Eric, giving 2 more points to West Germany. 7 to Hungary. Hungary is just 1 point behind Sweden now. 8 to South Korea, which is no longer last. 10 points to Northern Ireland. And the 12 to Israel. AJ, giving 2 to West Germany, 3 to Sweden, and 5 to Hungary, which puts Hungary 1 point ahead of Sweden now in second. Brazil with an 8. Italy with a 10. And Israel with another 12. See, and these votes are chronological, so I didn't mess with them. This is just how people voted in order. Betan giving 2 to West Germany, 7 to Bangladesh, 8 to Sweden, putting it back into second place. Yeah, Italy's doing very well. China getting the 10, and Northern Ireland getting the 12 points. Hooray. Chris from Bangladesh giving 7 to Hungary, putting it tied with Sweden. 8 to India, 10 to Brazil, and 12 points to West Germany, which is 52 points ahead of Sweden. It is... No, Yosh is here, Yosh. No, you just appeared right now. With 3 to Sweden, 8 to South Korea, 10 to Spain, and 12 points to Singapore, putting Singapore third. Groot's grandma will give 4 to Hungary, 7 to Austria, 8 to Sweden. Sweden finally reached the triple digits. 10 to West Germany, still 51 points ahead of Sweden, and the 12 to Spain. Kvastapok, Ivanik's sister, giving 4 more to West Germany, 6 to Hungary, 7 to Singapore. Both of them are now in the triple digits club as well. 8 to Israel, 10 to Japan, and the 12 to Austria. Yeah, so West Germany is 55 points in the lead, and this is the halfway mark. This is half of the jurors now. Jeffrey, 4 more to West Germany, 8 to Israel, 10 to Bolivia, and the 12 points to Sweden. Cobalty is back and is voting, giving 7 to Singapore, 8 to Malaysia, 10 to Italy. Italy is now is what? 7th. And 12 to Indonesia. Andy from Tokelau. Interesting choice. Giving 7 to Spain, 8 to Poland, 10 to Russia, back on the left side now, and 12 to Argentina. Not really surprised about the 12, to be honest. Yasmin. Or Jasmine, I suppose. No, well, it's probably Jasmine. 6 to West Germany, 8 to Italy, 10 to Spain. Spain is in the triple digits now. And 12 to Bolivia, which is on exactly 100 points. Yes, Italy was a repêchage. Joe gives 5 more to Sweden. Sweden is like steadily second, but never quite able to catch West Germany. Anyway, 8 to Northern Ireland, 10 to Bangladesh, 12 to Honduras. Yeah. It's just 1 point to West Germany, 7 to Sweden, 8 to Argentina, 10 points to Japan, and 12 points to, who could it be? To Russia. And house. Let's see. 4 more points to Italy, put it in the triple digits as well. 8 to Malaysia. 10 to Bangladesh. And 12 points to Singapore. So Singapore is just 5 points away from second place. Maya, also back for the first time since 1984, semi-final 2. Crazy. 8 points to Northern Ireland, put it into the triple digits now. 10 to West Germany, making it pull away from Sweden once again. And the 12 to Argentina. Io son Albanese, which is our new member. No, one of our new members. Giving 6 to West Germany, 8 to Singapore, putting it second. Again, it was second before for a little bit. 10 to Italy. Italy is now in the top 5 despite not finishing top 5 in the semi-final. Russia getting the 12, putting it on the triple digits. Zanoni from Canada. 7 more points to West Germany means it is almost on 200 points now. 8 to Portugal. 10 points to Israel. 12 points will go to Italy. So Italy is now fourth. It is right now higher than it was in the semifinal. And Dr. Seger will give 4 more to Sweden, putting it second, at least temporarily. 5 to Uzbekistan, closing in on India. 8 to Northern Ireland. 10 to Indonesia. And the 12 to Poland, putting it on the triple digits finally. Italy pulling off a huge upset indeed, I agree. Carla will give 4 more to Singapore, and Singapore is now tied for second place. Spain getting an 8. Indonesia getting a 10. And Brazil getting a 12. Jacqueline, 3 more points to Singapore. Hungary with a 6. Portugal with a 7. Italy with an 8. That's kind of funny. Bangladesh with a 10. And China with a 12. Now Nix will vote, giving 7 to Brazil, 6 to Bolivia, 1 more to Russia, 8 to China, 10 to Italy. Italy is now third. And the 12 to Poland. And Felipe will vote, giving 3 to Singapore, 6 to Sweden, Sweden back into third, tied for second, actually, 8 to Brazil on triple digits, 5 to Finland, also on triple digits, Poland with a 10, and 12 points to West Germany. Declan will vote, giving 7 to Finland, 3 to Brazil, 6 more to China, 8 to India, which means India is no longer last. Again, Japan with a 10, and 12 points will go to Israel in the triple digits club now. And this was the 3/4 vote, by the way. So we are 3/4 of the way through. Tom will give 4 to West Germany, 2 to Sweden, putting Sweden into second, 8 to Uzbekistan, which means India is back in last place, 10 to Bolivia, pulling it way higher, and 12 to Argentina, pulling it way higher now again. And Alex, let's see the votes from Alex. 6 to West Germany, 8 to Brazil, 7 to Russia, by the way, 10 to Poland, and 12 to Bangladesh. Also on triple digits now. Finally. Tigressa. Let's see the votes from Tigressa. 3 more points to Sweden, 6 to Spain, 8 to Bolivia, 10 points to Honduras, and the 12 points will go to Argentina. Nah. Luis, giving 6 more to Sweden, 7 to India, which is no longer lost, 8 more to Italy. Italy is third again. Fun. 10 to Argentina. Argentina is now fourth. And 12 to Spain from Luis. Jury number 53. Krishna's boyfriend. So that's Freddy, obviously, giving 7 to Uzbekistan, 6 to Poland. Poland is fourth. Finland with an 8. Bolivia with a 10. And West Germany with the 12, which puts it into a 70-point lead. That is crazy. Mozambique. 3 more to West Germany, 5 more to Poland, 8 to Brazil, and 10 to Latvia. And the 12 points will go to Luxembourg. Interesting. John, where Andorra French entry? Well, I don't know. Where is Andorra French entry? Well, he gives 6 points to West Germany, 3 to Sweden, 8 to Finland, 10 to Uzbekistan, and the 12 to Spain. Ajib, giving 5 more to West Germany, 8 to China, 10 to Austria, and 12 points to Italy. Italy's second now. It was in the repechage, might I remind you. Karen will give 7 to Israel, 8 to Indonesia. Indonesia is in the triple digits, and I didn't notice, but China is on the triple digits now as well. Bolivia with the 10, and the 12 will go to Ireland. Wait. Maria, it's very unexpected 12 points. Yes, I wonder what it will be. I have absolutely no idea, not a single clue. 8 points to Finland, 10 points to Argentina, and the 12 will go surely to. Wow, it's Russia. Incredible. How unexpected. Now, Vieco H will give 5 to India, 7 to Argentina. Argentina is in second place. Alarm, alarm, everyone. 8 to Indonesia, 10 to Malaysia, and the 12 to Singapore. No, Singapore is in second now. Sweden has dropped to fifth. Ellendale, the final 5 jurors now, which actually means that West Germany has won. Yeah, it is not possible for anyone to catch up to West Germany now, by the way. But we will see how the final ranking turns out. Italy is back into second, Poland with a 10 is now fourth, and Luxembourg with a 12. Garbo, 1933, giving 3 more to Italy, 5 to Sweden, 8 to Ireland, and 10 to Honduras, and the 12 to Argentina. And Argentina is back into second now. Idan, 7 to Sweden, putting it then third. 8 to Northern Ireland. 10 to West Germany, just solidifying their absolutely smashing lead here. And the 12 to Israel. Elda, second to last juror. 6 to Italy. Italy second again, maybe temporarily, maybe not. 8 to South Korea. 10 to Ireland. And 12 to Poland. So Poland is in second place now. Well, tied with Italy, but Poland is winning the tiebreaker right now. And Zuna gives 6 more points to West Germany, 1 more point to Italy, 8 to Bangladesh, and 10 points to Argentina. So Argentina will probably finish second. Yeah, Latvia with the 12 reaches triple digits at the last possible second. And these are our results. West Germany wins with what? What lead is this? How many points is that in the lead? That is 77 points in the lead. That is a lot. That's massive. Okay. Announcement posted. And now we are back. Let's start with the repechage. Oh, shit. Yeah, sorry. Let me open it correctly. Technique problem, you know. Anyway, it's not like it matters, you know. Like, at least like it's after everything has finished. Yeah, right. Let's start with the seventh place in the repechage. With 175 points was Japan, just borderline qualifier. And with 201 points, the 26-point lead over seventh. In sixth was Malaysia. Then also with 201 points was Uzbekistan, which won the tiebreaker for the number of voters. And with 205 points. In fourth place, we had Honduras. Then with 222 points. In third was Italy. With 237 points in second was Russia. And winning the repechage, well, Bangladesh won it, but Italy finished the best out of all repechage entries. Yeah, like our repechage results never make sense. Although Bangladesh, Russia, and Italy all finished on the left side. Yeah, we did have 18 more voters today. That's a good point. Anyway, semifinal one. With in ninth place in semifinal one, we had Cabo Verde, and in eighth place with 178 points was Malaysia. And now massive jump to seventh, 216 points, Bangladesh. And this means that in sixth place was Italy. I just can't. Okay. Yeah. How did you all do that? It's really funny. Anyway, in fifth place with 244 points was Bolivia. And with 266 points in fourth was Israel. With 294 points in third was Poland. Felipe, not only did you not blank a winner, you gave the winner 12 points, yeah. Anyway, Poland was third in the semifinal with 294 points. And with 295 points in second was Singapore. And the winner was West Germany, obviously. I mean, come on. Obviously it won. Now, let's go to the second semifinal. With 174 points in ninth place, we had Monaco. And with 195 points in eighth place, Turkey. And now in seventh place with 201 points was Honduras, which qualified to the final. And Russia was sixth with 237 points. Now, with 258 points in fifth, we had Indonesia. With 277 points in fourth, we had China. With 278 points in third place was India. With 333 points in second, we had Finland. And with 359 points in first place, we had Argentina. Also quite obviously, I would say. Now, semifinal 3. In ninth place with 154 points, Thailand finished ninth. Then with 172 points in eighth, we had Sri Lanka. With 177 points in seventh, we had East Germany. With 188 points in sixth was Uzbekistan. Now, with 212 points in fifth place was Ireland, the first direct qualifier of the final. Then a massive jump to fourth place, 257 points. That was Spain. And with 281 points in third, we had South Korea. And with 308 points in second was Latvia. Yeah, these are not semi-results that make sense, in my opinion. And 332 points, first place, Hungary. Yes, South Korea did finish last in the final, while Spain finished seventh. Anyway, semi-final 4. In ninth place with 156 points was Chile. Then with 164 points in eighth place was Ukraine. Then with 170 points in seventh place was Hong Kong. And with the 172 points in 6th, we had Japan. And then in 5th place with 183, Luxembourg, somehow. 203 points. In 4th place was Falco for Austria. Then in 3rd place with 280 points, look at this jump. Brazil. Brazil was 3rd in the semifinal. And with just 6 more points in 2nd was Sweden. And with just 1 more point was Northern Ireland in 1st place, winning the semifinal. Yes. Yes. I think no, because Russia was from semifinal too. So Italy obviously finished the highest of the repechagers. Then Russia was from semifinal 2, and Bangladesh was also from semi 1, and it was from the third. What I'm saying, it was from the first semifinal as well. So the top 3 had 2 semifinal 1 repechagers. Anyway, well, thank you everyone for attending 1988. And I hope to see you all for 1989. Bye bye.